Attorney General James Uthmeier here at the Miami-Dade Collier training facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. Florida's been leading on immigration enforcement, supporting the Trump administration and ICE's efforts to detain and deport criminal aliens. The governor tasked state leaders to identify places for new temporary detention facilities. I think this is the best one. As I call it, Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. If people get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens. This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida to work with Miami-Dade and Collier counties. Alligator Alcatraz, we're ready to go.
That's the music that should be in the background of that ad. I think that's the best choice. These are serious people, good people. They're not just disgusting, gross, broken grifters or anything. Anyway, that's Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier with his Alligator Alcatraz, which he really likes because he said it multiple times and they put it up on screen. So anyway, they want to get a bunch of money, a bunch of taxpayer money to renovate this swamp, basically, to hold migrants. Why? Because maybe some of them will be eaten by alligators. And wouldn't that be awesome? And of course, their cover story would be, well, it's violent criminals, except that we know it's not. They're gonna round people up from day laborers, dishwashers, and maybe some of them will be killed. Maybe some of them will die in a swamp. Isn't that awesome? Aren't I cool? Aren't I alpha? And the thing is, some people in the audience love that. Okay, they responded to that tweet that he sent out. Karen says, love what they have waiting for them upon attempted escape. First of all, you know how migrants escape constantly. That's a thing that's not just in movies from the 80s or whatever. Oh, they're constantly escaping. But oh God, I hope that these people that we took off the street or whatever, I hope that we've got them, they're working in the warehouse district or something. I hope they get murdered by a snake. These are good people. I did find, by the way, one conservative who was against this. Not necessarily, it doesn't make it a good thing. Malenka says, this will further encroach on and pollute the Florida Everglades. Okay, so I guess they care about the environment. If the Trump administration so desires, they can find open land in Death Valley or whatever. I'm not on board with Alligator Alcatraz. So it's not exactly an empathy play. You want them to be sent to Death Valley. These are grotesque ghouls. That's all they are. Just very briefly, because I don't think we're gonna get to another story anyway. There was a discussion on Reddit I saw, and we talk about how men don't have good role models, and I get that you need role models in your real life, but Aragorn's out there, Samwise Gamgee, there are these people that show what actual strong, fully realized men are like, and instead we're inflicted by people like this. That wasn't just some online pastor or something. He's the actual Attorney General of Florida. And all he does in his spare time is try to rev up the people of his state to desire that just someone from El Salvador gets eaten by an alligator. And that's the state of their politics, Brett. What do you think?
Well, I think what you left off your list is just American citizens will also be placed there.
Likely.
The fact is, playing the numbers here based on the way this has been carried out and the work that has led to the discovery of these facts. They just round a bunch of people up based on their skin color, and that means that they're gonna put American citizens in there who did nothing wrong, who were on their way to lunch. Period. That's bad. Alligator Alcatraz, that's confusing for me and a little muddy because that's what I call Florida. It really applies to most of the state is just Everglade prison, but it's mostly for old people. And then also it's trying to unpack the psychology of people that want to get the illegals out. It doesn't matter if it's real or not.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't affect their experience with the illegals is usually positive, by the way. On a day-to-day basis, if you're a Floridian, Californian, Texan, whatever, your normal interaction with an undocumented person is awesome. It's cheaper to hire them. They make things work. They make your strawberries cheaper. And most of them are doing the thing the normal way. They're here, they're going to their appointments, they're trying to get citizenship status the way your family did. The only difference is we just arbitrarily outlawed this in a way we didn't when your Italians came here when they weren't themselves considered white.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that.
Yeah, but
it's not bad. And so like you have what is essentially like a weird pornographic fantasy about torturing these people and getting them eaten by alligators, people who you don't know. You wouldn't be able to like really like mention them. If you did, the ones you do know, you probably like, dude. Like, so you have a fictional version of this person. It's basically like a bot in your mind that you want to torture. It's like the Stanford prison experiment. So I say, let's go the whole way. Let's come up with a fake reality series. Let's come up with a WWE style league where it seems like we're giving these people exactly what they want. They're gonna be happier because they think someone out there is actually getting eaten by an alligator. But the difference is the world will be a better place because they're not actually getting eaten by an alligator. Just let them still try to find work and put food on the table for their family, because by and large, this is like a stereotype, but like they're very family oriented from what I learn when when Republicans are trying to get votes from Latinos.
Yeah, in terms of like, this is not their animus towards this community is not based on their own real experiences. That is what Republican politics is you pump unlimited money into the media for decades to conjure phantom threats. That's all it is. The migrants aren't actually hurting them. Trans people, they literally don't know trans people. They constantly obsess about things they have no experience with. And it's designed to make them not think about the things that they're actually experiencing that are ruining their lives.
To be fair,
all
like tons of annoying liberals do the same thing, but just at the end of the day, they want to make those people's lives better. They're fantasizing about a world in which everyone's happier. Republicans are fantasizing about a world in which they're torturing more folks.
Yeah.
And making them kill themselves.
And that's gross.
And locking them up in a prison where they're getting torn up by alligators.
Well, that's my garbage person. 67,000 of you voted for the community garbage person of the week. And here's your top 4. Coming in at number 4 with 2% is Katie Miller for lying to cover Elon Musk's bogus fraud claims. Number 3, 5% of the vote, Clay Travis for wanting Ilhan Omar deported for Trump criticism. Exactly. Yeah, she said again, it doesn't matter if you're a citizen. They want to deport you if you don't look the way they want you to look. Runner-up, 14% of the vote, Lindsey Graham for his excitement for a potential Iran war, but it's not even close. 78% making Senator Mike Lee your garbage person of the week for his repulsive tweets about the Minnesota assassin. Thank you to everybody who voted. Many of you also voted for the hero of the week, where we recognize some good people. Here's 4 of them. 14% of the vote went to Jon Stewart for roasting Benjamin Netanyahu's lies about Iran's nukes. I like that better. I thought that should be higher ranked. But 21% for Tim Walz for slamming Trump on his response to the assassination. 20% went to Alex Padilla, the senator, for attacking the DHS over being forcefully arrested. Your winner, though, 45% choosing Bernie Sanders as the hero of the week for his bill to block Trump from starting a war with Iran. And thank you to everybody who voted for that.